I guess I'm gonna keep staying on this divine, this divine journey, because I don't see no other balance that's out here that actually has the correct purpose to even make you feel like, yeah, that's the right direction. You know what I'm saying? You know, my whole life I've been through shit since, you know what I'm saying, since birth. And I've always had that energy to where, yeah, I see exactly what's taking place. I hear exactly what you're saying, but I'm going to get back up and keep moving, right? And it was always an unseen force, an unseen energy that allowed me to do that. Me personally, knowing that it's not like the things on the earth are going to try to serve themselves more than trying to uplift the actual right thing to do as far as what that means for whatever circumstance. You're always going to have that aspect of first, second, and third. I'm in control. I'm the winner. All this other shit, right? And you know, I said in a lot of my other bills, you know, you can have somebody tell you that you're professional and see how that works for you. Or you can allow the divine to help you be the greatest version of what that is and really be the best. The master and understanding without somebody trying to critique you. Like, we ain't supposed to judge in no aspect anyway. But people fall victim to that notion. Oh, I have to be judged. I need somebody to tell me, or I need these people to tell me because I chose them to be the deemable right or wrong energy on top of the scale. I chose them to be that. It's like people just run away from the divine to serve their own purpose. And you know, it speaks in plenty aspects of written pretenses through every single understanding, culture, and existence, that there was always a time when man started choosing his own way of thinking over the actual fact of the true divine. People even made up their own aspects of deifying themselves under the level of what the divine is, just so they can grab a placement. Some people get impatient with waiting to be, you know what I'm saying, placed where they think they should be, and then they take on characters that's not even theirs. This world is always going to fall victim in the aspect of self-control, self-gratification. So like I started this conversation out with, I'm going to choose the Most High, the divine. I'm going to stay over there because it seems that no matter what circumstance I deal with, I'm always by myself in that aspect. I'm always on one page by myself. Like, people don't got patience. The motivational aspect to do the righteous thing is not there. Being manipulative to manipulate a circumstance to serve yourself even more is the most valuable aspect. If I was considered to be a watcher of what's going on, I would tell the divine I'm tired of this shit. Because people just don't get it. They will lie right to your face. And I'm not far from being able to forgive. Like, if you can walk and stand in the right, if you can stand in the right and be like, nah, I know I fucked up. I know what I did. I know exactly what I did, and lay that shit out. I'm the first person to, give you homage towards that, because that's you walking in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? That's you being able to walk into the right direction of what that means for you. And you can't fix nothing in life until you first look at your own problems, your own circumstances, and be able to move towards that. Like, you can't fix nothing in life. And see, that's why people I've dealt with, no matter on what spectrum of life, they always look at me and they have that slight judgmental aspect because they don't want to face their reality. They look at you and say, well, you have to be, you might. Don't judge me, judge yourself. You don't know what road I walk to get to where I am to say the shit I can say. You don't know the struggles I've been through, and you don't know what's walking with me. So at the end of the day, it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? At that given moment when the light shines down on the individual to face their own reality and their truth, that's all you're supposed to do is do that. Face your truth. And I'll be the first one to give you opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be the one to give you opportunities. Yo. I'll say certain things, but you know what? Because that's said, you'll run away from that. You'll run away from that and choose another way of thinking as far as that truth is concerned. And it'll be like, oh no, like, no, I don't want to face that. That's your choice. That's your choice. And the divine always set it up. You know, before I say that, I'm going to say this. I always said in different knowledges and builds when I talk to individuals and shit, I tell them, yo, learn that lesson before you forced to learn that shit by the divine. You learned it out of your own actions before the divine forced you to learn that shit. Because if you can't do that, you know what it's going to do? It's going to put you in a situation you ain't going to want to deal with. And the divine, this is what I was going to say, the divine sets it up to where you can see these levels of existence that's there for you to temper with yourself. So therefore, you don't got to go through the extraordinary shit. But you will put yourself through it. You know why? Because you can't face reality. You don't want to face the fact that you just fucked up. You'd rather lie and progenerate more lie under the light of the divine when the divine has the righteous ways of doing things already laid out for everybody. You know what I'm saying? The morality aspect is laid out for you. You know right from wrong. My grandfather used to say that shit. He'd be like, you know right from fucking wrong. You know what you doing. Quit fucking lying. And then you get your ass beat because you steady trying to say something. You steady trying to say something to get that point across. You steady manipulating the value to get that point across. I'll just say it this way. I do it that way. You're fucked up in the noodle. And it's a place for you. If you can't fix yourself, believe me, it's energies that will fix you. Shit crazy, man. See, the spectrums of light, the aspects of the real ray that's prominent to give life to everything in existence already are deemable in their right aspect. They don't have to be chosen. They're deemable in their right aspect. There's always going to be things that may not agree with what's right, but that's because it has to get right. You got to get right, can't get right. You know what I'm saying? You got to get right. And because that's the job for most aspects of energy that don't exist on a higher plane, they're always going to have a disgruntled way of looking at it. But it doesn't change the fact that you still got to get right. And if I'm going to rise to a spectrum of energy that exists on a higher plane, then that means you got to follow suit. And the direction ain't going to be actually spoken to you by anybody, you know what I'm saying? It's going to always be something you got to see and learn through troubleshooting the reality of what your life and its perception has to offer. Like, this shit get deep. You know what I mean? And only thing I can tell you is the divine is always right. And sometimes, you know, I don't always understand the messages. When I don't understand the messages, sometimes they come in, you know what I do? I lean more on the divine blindly. I try to walk away from what I would think I need to do to fix the situation. I just let it go and leave it up to the divine. Because at the end of the day, the leaves are going to fall. Nobody can stop that. The wind is going to blow. The sun going to shine even if the clouds ain't around. If the clouds are there, they're still going to shine. It's still shining. Water's wet. You know, heat is hot. Like, there's things in this universe that's just gonna be. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck nobody say? It's just gonna be. And if it's meant to just be, it will be that. Look, I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. It's NAGA. I'm just bringing y'all these jewels, man. You already know the vibes. Every day, all day. I'm sorry I missed y'all yesterday. It rained. One.